This is Cambridge Lower Secondary Checkpoint, April 2024, paper 1. This is a paper consisting of 1 hour, and this has got marks of 50, and here we go. Now we can solve it. One thing that calculator is not allowed in paper 1. Question number 1. Yusuf thinks of a number n, he adds 3. So it can be written as n plus 3. His answer is greater than or equal to negative 5 and less than 17. So if this answer n plus 3 is greater than or equal to minus 5, that means minus 5 itself will be lesser than this value. Because n plus 3, if it is greater than or equal to negative 5, so when we compare this negative 5, that negative 5 will be lesser than n plus 3, and then this is less than 17. So this is less than 17. So the inequality will become negative 5 less than n plus 3 and less than 17. Write the correct inequality signs to complete the inequality. So this is how this question is to be done. So when n plus 3 was greater than or equal to negative 5, that means negative 5 itself is less than or equal to, because this equality holds in both the cases. So we can write down negative 5 less than or equal to n plus 3, and which is less than 17. So that is question number 1. Okay, then it is question number 2. 200 raised to power negative 3 is equal to 1 divided by 200 raised to power w. Write the value of w. So that is 200 raised to power negative 3. And on the right side, we can write down this 1 by 200 raised to power w as 200 raised to the power negative w. This is because of the rule. We know that if a raised to power n, it can be written as 1 by a raised to power negative n, and vice versa. Like if a raised to power negative n is there, it can be written as 1 by a raised to power n, and like this. So we have used this in this direction. 1 over a raised to power n can be written as a raised to power negative n. So 1 by 200 raised to power w can be written as 200 raised to power negative w. Now we see that bases are equal. So their powers must also be equal. That means negative 3, that should also be equal to negative w. So we can now cancel these negative signs. So the value of w is 3. The value of w is 3. This question can also be solved in another way, like if we can convert 1 by 200 raised to the power positive 3, and we do not solve on from the right side. We have just used this rule on the left side, and now you can see that 200 raised to power 3 and 200 raised to power w. Now again we can compare them. So comparing them, we get 200 raised to power 3 equals to 200 raised to power w, and again, since their bases are equal, so we conclude that 3 equals to w. So in both the cases, we get the same answer. Okay, now it's question number 3. Solve the simultaneous equations. Simultaneous equations are the equations given in a single question. When in a question we are given with two or more equations, those equations are called simultaneous equations. Okay, now this question can be solved in two ways as well. One of the method is this elimination method. Okay, how can we eliminate any of these variables? Is we add them now, adding both the equations. When we add them, we see that negative 2y and plus 2y can be cancelled out, and this x and 5x, that will give us 6x, and on the right side 2 plus 58, that is 60. So the value of x is 60 divided by 6, because we are going to shift this 6 to the other side, it will get divided. So the value of x is 10. Once we have got the value of any of these two variables, now we can replace this value in any of the equations to find the value of the other variable. So x minus 2y equals to 2. I'm going to replace it in equation number 1. The value of x is 10. Okay, then minus 2y is equal to 2. So 10 minus 2 is equal to 2y. So 8 is equal to 2y, and the value of y is 8 divided by 2, which is 4. Okay, so this is how this question is to be done. And one thing, once we are done with the solution of the question, we can check it out whether our answer is correct or not. For that, we can take any of these two equations to substitute the values of x and y that we have calculated. Since equation number 1 is simpler, so I'm going to replace the values in equation number 1. At the place of x, I'm going to write down this 10, then minus 2 times the value of y, which is 4. Let's simplify it. 10 minus 8, that is equal to 2. Yes, that is equal to the right hand side of this equation, this one. So that means our answer is satisfying one equation, so that would be satisfying the other equation as well. So our answer is correct. Okay, as I was saying that I would be doing this question in two ways. So let me solve this same question with substitution method. For substitution method, we can take the value of any variable from any of these equations. From equation number 1, I can have the value of x to be 2 plus 2y. Once we have got the value of x or any variable, now we can replace this value in the other equation. So now I'm going to replace this value in the other equation. 5 times x, then plus 2y is equal to 58. At the place of this x, I'm going to replace its value 2 plus 2y. Now simplifying them, I get 5 times 2, 10. Then the same 5 is to be multiplied by 2y. 10y plus 2y is equal to 58. So this is now 12y is equal to 58 minus 10. That is 48. And then y will be equal to 48 divided by 12, which will give us obviously 4. Once we have got the value of any of the variables, now we are going to replace this value into the equation that we substituted in the other equation at the beginning. So this will give us now 2 plus 2 times the value of y, that is 4. So again this is x is equal to 2 plus 8, that is 10. So that's why the value of x is 10 and the value of y is 4. So you have seen, no matter which method we adopt, we get the same answer if the solutions are correct. So this was question number 3. Now it's the next question. Find the exterior angle of a regular 10-sided polygon. We know that sum of interior angles of any polygon is n minus 2 times 180. This is a formula to have the sum of the interior angles of any n-sided polygon. So for n equals to 10 in this case, because it is a decagon, so I will write 10 minus 2 times 180, that is 8 times 180, and simplifying them, 8 8 are 64, 8 ones are 8, and 6 14. And then I'm going to replace or put this 0 here and here. So that's why this answer is 1440. Sum of the interior angles of this 10-sided polygon is 1440. So that means each interior angle, that will be equal to 1440 divided by 10 for the number of sides, which will be just 144. And since we know that sum of the interior angles, any interior angle and exterior angle at a single point, their sum is equal to 180 degree, because these form a straight line. So interior plus exterior angle, that is equal to 180 degree. That can be written as E equals to 180 minus I, and the value of I is 144. So I'm going to replace that. That will give me 36 degrees. So for the exterior angle of that regular 10-sided polygon, the exterior angle is 36 degrees at each vertex. So this is question number 4. Here we have used this formula I plus E equals 180. Like for example, I've got this triangle for example. So this is its interior angle, and the exterior angle is this one. You see that both of them lie on a straight line, so that's why their sum will be equal to 180 degrees. So this is how this question was to be done. Okay, here is a sequence of calculations. 1 times 7 minus 2 times 1 equals to 5. Then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. So what is the pattern that we are getting in the first place? That is plus 2,
Multiply by 1.
plus 2 and so on. And whatever this value is, 9, you need to have that thing. Like for example, this is a pattern going on in the second place, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then it will be 12 as this is the case. So 9 plus 2 is 11, and after 11 this is 12. Okay, then for the third place, 2 plus 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, and so on. So this is again a plus of 2. So that will be 12 here. Then times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next number should be greater than 5, that is 6. So this is how this is to be completed. And now we can simplify it on the right side. So let's simplify it on the right side. What we can do is that uh, we can apply the BODMAS. That means multiplication first and then addition subtraction. That means 12 6 are 72, and then 11 times 12, that is 132. So 132 minus 72, we need to simplify it. 2 minus 2 is 0, and then 6. So that means on the right side, this should be 6. So this is how this pattern has to be completed. Okay, then question number 6. A regular polygon has k lines of symmetry. Take the correct statement about the order of rotational symmetry of the polygon. The order of rotational symmetry is 1. That is not true. The order of rotational symmetry is clockwise. Uh, that is not clear from the statement. And in order of rotational symmetry, we can take either in clockwise direction or in anti-clockwise direction. So that makes no difference. The order of rotational symmetry is k. Yes, that is true, because it is give we should be knowing that uh, for a regular polygon of k lines of symmetry, if it has got k lines of symmetry, it will be having the same number of order of the rotational symmetry. That means order of the rotational symmetry will be k. So this is the third part that needs to be ticked. Okay, question number 7. Mike and Pire are each asked to write the equations of two lines that have a positive y-intercept. Tick to show if each student is correct or not. Both equations have a positive y-intercept. It has got positive y-intercept, positive plus 2, and this one has got a positive uh, y-intercept. So this is correct for this. And for Pire, again, the y-intercept is this, and here the y-intercept is this one. So both have got two equations in which the y-intercept is positive. So both are correct. So this is how it has to be done. Okay, then it is part B. The equation of a line is this. Find the gradient and the y-intercept of this line. The equation of the line is y is equal to mx plus c, where this is the gradient and this is the y-intercept. So if we can write down this equation as y is equal to minus 3x plus 7. So the gradient is negative 3, this one, and the y-intercept is 7. So this is how this question has to be done.